Right, a very good evening to you and a warm welcome to this sizzling installment of Trendz Live. It's great to be in your company this evening. Now, as we all know, the world mourns the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. May her soul rest in peace. And do stay tuned to the channel for developments around this story. Now, tonight's installment of Trendz Live starts now. After 2 years of extremely challenging times in the film industry, Africa's premier Joburg Film Festival has announced its much-anticipated return. The festival promises to unearth and shine a spotlight on upcoming film and television creators from the townships and other disadvantaged communities, amongst other great initiatives in aid of Mzansi's film industry. A panel discussion of well-respected film industry figures such as legendary actor, playwright Dr. John Gani, and actress, executive producer Nomzamo Mbata, and the founder of the film, Tim Mangwedi, took place at the launch. Take a look.
The Joburg Film Festival has officially returned. The festival's upcoming 2023 program was launched amid fanfare. It's an exclusive industry event in 4 ways. Renowned film industry experts were part of the launch to remind us of the importance of heritage and storytelling.
The South African film industry is one of the oldest in the world. There was just a disruption in the process where we lost focus. In the early 70s, things began to happen, where voices began to be heard, where people got bold enough to tell stories, and their stories, irrespective of the risk. Throughout our generation, our theater, our art, our storytelling has always had that underlying message that teaches us. When you come to festivals like the Johannesburg Film Festival, it's like coming around the crawl, where the elders are coming from the 9 provinces to come and tell stories that bind us between the past, the present, and even give us a peep of the future. When we reach the month of September, we talk heritage. We're not talking braai. We're not talking about wear your traditional clothes that I'm Venda, I'm Xhosa, I'm Sotho, I'm Tsotho, I'm Pedi. We're talking about a revival of our dignity, of our humanity, of our Ubuntu.
Let's talk about the Joburg Film Festival 2022. What is it all about?
We are proud that after 2 years of abstention, we are back. We are back with the 5th edition of Joburg Film Festival, which will take place next year from the 31st of Jan to the 5th of February 2023. We are very excited that we'll deliver another beautifully curated film festival, largely with 60% of the films that will showcase will be African films, and also African films, but films that were made by independent producers. We make sure that we give the platform to the independent producers across the continent to come here to South Africa and to Joburg, the city of gold, the melting pot of culture, to share their stories with us and with the world.
What is that one thing people say that definitely it's a South Africa?
When I'm partying all over the world and I hear someone say Chisa, I know that I'm from South Africa, probably from Zanzibar, from Joburg.
Hello, Sanbanani.
Thank you so much for being with us on Trendz. You are doing amazing things, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's talk about the importance of such festivals. What do they mean to you as someone who's on screen, as someone who's an actress?
Look, the beautiful thing about festivals around the world is that it's a celebration and a culmination of storytelling, right? And I think, if anything, you look at Johannesburg, people from all over the country in South Africa, they migrate to Johannesburg. Why? Because they know that it's the city of gold. There's a reason why it's called the city of gold, outside of the economics of it, but, it's truly the Hollywood of South Africa. And, you look at the amount of talent, you look at the amount of resources that are available for filmmakers. There isn't anything like Joburg Film Festival, and I think for me, we continue to grow in leaps and bounds. I remember my first time working with them in 2016, which was the first ever, and we're at year 5 now. So it's been an incredible journey, and we continue to foster a community and foster an environment and a festival that is for the filmmakers, it is for the storytellers, it is for the ones who dare greatly and the ones who stand on courage.
On to some sculpting news now, because Sculpt X is back, and this year it's bigger and better. Over 80 artists were selected to collectively curate this exhibition, which consists of a whopping 200 sculptures of all shapes and sizes. This is a definite must-see. It will blow your mind.
One of the most exciting events on the arts calendar is the Sculpt X, which was developed by the Melrose Gallery back in 2017. Today, walking in the streets of Melrose Arch is a marvel because you are literally walking through a sculpture fair. I popped into the gallery for more.
This is the 5th installment of Sculpt X, annual sculpture fair that we host here at the Melrose Gallery. It's the largest sculpture fair in South Africa, and this year we have about 200 artworks on exhibit and over 80 different artists exhibiting. So what's nice about the sculpture fair is that there's established artists as well as upcoming artists that are exhibited. So we think of it more as a platform for people to come and view sculptural works, as there's not a lot of opportunity to view sculptures, especially because the medium is so expensive. But also I feel that even though it's so expensive, it's so important within the discourse of African contemporary art, because at the end of the day, Africans started off as sculptors, you know, and it's such an important expression because it's so physical. So when you come into the sculpture fair, you feel a lot of energy, it's vibrant, there's different materials, not just bronze, such as masking tape, which people would never think of as sculptural, sticks, everything. So I think that we offer such a vast range of what it is when we speak of sculpture, but also what it is when we speak of who's at the forefront of art in terms of sculptural works.
All right, so tell me, maybe for someone that's starting out with sculptural work, what does it take for them to actually be a part of the Sculpt Fair?
It's an open call for all artists, whether you've exhibited before, whether you've exhibited multiple times, etc. And it's nice because at the end of the day, to get the backing of the gallery is so important. So what we try to do is that with female sculptors, more importantly, because there are not a lot of female artists, we always try to put them at the forefront of the narrative as well. So I think that with the call out, even though it's open to a lot of artists, we also try to pinpoint the loopholes within the art community so that we can somehow participate in rectifying certain narratives that have been perpetuated. So some of the highlight artists for female artists is Dora Provast. So basically Dora, for this body of work, focused on black female beauty and how it's been recorded in time. She's basically spotlighted different aspects of how beauty has been personified. So with the gold and how gold has been associated to different elements with the female body, especially the female form. So with the lips and the nose, etc., and even the crown of the woman, how that's also been spotlighted. So no, it's actually she worked in a variety of ways. So this is more of a clay, but yeah.
Oh, but wait, there's more. This gigantic structure is by none other than Professor Pitika Ntuli, and it has been sold. So if you would like to see it, run to Melrose before it is taken home. So many sculpture parks have emerged as a result of the expo. These amazing bodies of work are up until next month.
Welcome back. One of the busiest tourism routes in Gauteng, the cradle of humankind, is home to some amazing scenic views, heritage and wildlife. Now, this area has a hidden gem, a restaurant that specializes in all things that are fresh and organic. Now, producer Silepe Maifadi was in the area to explore the farm, to also table a trendy experience that this place offers. Let's take a look.
Hey Trendz, today we are out at Molitva, a place that literally looks into getting food from the farm straight into the table. Today we're about to speak to Justin, who's going to tell us a bit more about this trend and what it really means for us to be going green in this kind of way. Hi Justin, how are you doing?
Hi Kat, yeah, good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. Justin, tell us a bit about this establishment. Why is it so important for you to create a space that, not only do you go and outsource food, but you get the veggies straight from here and have them straight onto someone's table to enjoy a fabulous Mediterranean dish?
We're completely off the grid. So we've got our own water, own electricity, and the whole ethos of the estate is a farm ethos, which talks to the farm to fork. And it was the developer's original goal, and his whole vision was to create this whole farm to fork effect. And that's what we've achieved. So we're out here in our veggie garden now, which this is just the one section. There's obviously the other section there. And residents as well as the general public can actually come pick their own vegetables, wash their vegetables here and take them home.
I must say it's a fabulous ecosystem, and we're seeing a lot of trends right now come from more people wanting to go green and be off the grid. And what entices you about the specific ecosystem?
People are looking for more open space, healthy living, and that's exactly what we're offering here with the organic veggie garden, the off-the-grid lifestyle, the farm lifestyle. It's a really relaxed, enjoyable way of life. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's a bit of a rustic with a twist, because now we see harvest tables becoming a trend. We see, a lot of people now using farming elements or organics onto their table as a part of deco. How does that translate into your life if you are any much into design or aesthetic elements?
Yeah, so in terms of design and decor, I can't quite talk to that. It's not quite my forte. But I have attended 2 beautiful weddings on the estate, on the farm, that made use of the farm produce, and it was actually beautifully done.
We are here to celebrate, to show people how our products are homegrown. In every corner of South Africa, and you can find all our veggies that goes into our can, and how we actually empower farmers with our proud South African brand to really support and grow and really give people jobs, because when you look at food security right now, and if you look at can you trust what you get fed? So we want to assure South Africans to say, listen, these products come from your local farmer. When we harvest the peas, they are canned within 24 hours into that can, with no preservatives, nothing. They are fresh, they are nutritious. Your baked beans come from your local black farmers around the corner. In Mpumalanga, they come from Northwest, So for me, proudly South African is not something that we need to just claim. We need to live it, and I think KOO does that very well.
What are you making today for this event?
Well, so we're doing beef fillet. And then we're doing quite a lot of vegetable. We've got this nice butternut with fresh herbs. We've got baby carrots. We have some KOO beans that are just flavored with some fresh herbs again, and some Parmesan cheese, some local baby potatoes that we're using. And then we're serving that with a very fancy, truffle tomato sauce.
Well, we definitely can't wait to get in and dig into that meal. Sounds delicious. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Trendz Live.
Only a pleasure. Thank you very much.
South Africa's diamond, Minnie Dlamini, is venturing into nightlife. The media personality launched a club in Centurion earlier this week. Trendz Live producer Slepe Maifadi had a chat with her about this and also more on her career. Let's take a look.
Mzansi, guess what? You're not even gonna believe it. Minnie Dlamini, South Africa's diamond, is out here doing the most in the nightlife space. Okay, so I'm here to find out, how did this idea come about and what made her venture into this? Hi Minnie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Is it okay for me to say you had this squeaky clean persona that we didn't really see gravitating into nightlife?
I mean, babes, when you're single, you gotta get on the streets. No, I'm kidding. For real, for me, it was just a matter of the country's open and everyone just got really excited about being out again and out in the life, getting out and seeing people. And I realized that people are still sort of going to the same places, and the same sort of artists are being booked at the same establishments. And of course, that's how it is. That's how the business rolls. But I realized that we need to get more deliberate about opening up more spaces, because COVID really messed up a lot of people in the entertainment industry. We're not getting booked, we're not getting gigs, and that's a really big chunk of our earnings in this industry. So I got really excited when this opportunity came up, where they acquired this establishment and they really wanted to tap into the urban youth market. And I was like, well, listen, that is my space, that is my business, but I'm excited to be a part of an establishment that is going to be putting money into the pockets of artists.
So is this 100% ownership of Mini Dlamini owning this club, or are you partnering up with specific people? Because I'm hearing a they, and I'm like, who's that?
No, they is my partners. So I partnered up with a group of people, and we actually own a bunch of different establishments across the Centurion and Pretoria area. And we're looking at venturing out into other provinces as well. But this is the first in the group. It's the first in the group that we've opened a club, and a club that is targeted at this market. And that's what got me very excited about it, is that I got to see us really spreading our wings in a space that really understands that we want to put ourselves in the forefront. We want our music to be out there, and we want a sexy place to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you could be in any place around Gauteng. Why did you go for Centurion? Because it doesn't seem like a high energy space, but what are you doing to bring in that, and how did you see that opportunity?
For me, it's all about the gaps in the market, right? I mean, everyone knows you love to party in the north. That's really where the clubs are, that's where the parties are, and that's where I like to hang out. But the reality is that there's a whole market of people that live in this area. I mean, Midrand is not far, the Centurion area, and for them to have to party, they really have to stretch themselves either left or right. And I just wanted to be able to say, you know what, if you are in this area and you're looking at something new and different, here's something that is an offering.
It will obviously provide jobs for people in the entertainment industry. But I just hope that it doesn't become like one of those establishments, for the circle, where only certain people gig and, only certain people benefit. I hope that she will really put on people that are talented and people that actually have something to say or something to contribute to the music industry, and it's not just going to be like another sport where it's just going to be like a duplicate of what we've seen for the past 10 years.
We are saying to Mini, congratulations, Mini. We are actually looking forward into coming and enjoy ourselves inside, not every weekend, but we are looking for something different. Yeah. Something from, let's say international, because we used to South African stuff. We want her to bring international artists. We want her to actually also hire South African artists mostly, because COVID has killed a lot of our artists in South Africa. So we want to say congratulations, Mini. Congratulations!
How festive was that? Now, the Lyric Theatre in Johannesburg was lit this previous weekend as the award-winning DJ, music producer and songwriter, Sanel musician, and the Anchored Sound Orchestra, conducted by Offensi Beatsy, curated a fusion experience like no other. The showcase featured Msaki, Simi and Amy Faku, just to mention a few. We had a chat with Offensi and Sanel musician about this spectacular project. Take a look.
The first of its kind, house music coming together with orchestra, Sanel musician, and the first African lady to conduct and own an orchestra, Offensi Beatsy, set the Lyric Theatre on fire.
This has been a few months in the, in planning, and then the idea was just to bring a DJ, phenomenal DJ, Sanel musician, with myself and my orchestra to just put on the showcase really of artistic expression and juxtaposing symphonic sounds with the world of DJing. So that is what happened tonight.
What inspired you?
My going to church. So I grew up in the Salvation Army, and then when I was like a young girl, when I was 12 years old, I was taught how to play the trumpet. So from the trumpet, it grew to other instruments, and from there, I learned how to read music, how to play. So I would say that the classical music bag, or the instrumentation bag, really hit me early on, and then I just gravitated towards it. But right now, I really could say that it's a calling, it's a gift.
I know you're wondering if she's considering any collaborations, right?
My entire brand is about collaboration, so I facilitate the space to collaborate and to actually create orchestral music, orchestral experiences for the audience. So I would love to do that, bring it on African music, bring on Makanga, bring on Setswana music, bring everything on. I'm ready to do it.
Now, I want to know, how different was tonight from your normal music?
Normally it's less stressful.
Okay.
Right? I don't rehearse.
Okay.
I usually just go through my sets as a DJ, because I'm a DJ. I just go through my songs. I'm like, no, number one, no. But here it's kind of what fixed and rehearsals, getting people here, getting artists that I've worked with, and they've all developed into being really mega stars, really. So they have like managers, so you have to deal with a lot of layers, really. So yeah, it's just what different. But I've always wanted to do this, and I'm so happy that we're here. All my friends were here, and we had a good time.
Most definitely. Yeah. Now tell me, going forward, are we going to hear more of Sun L with the orchestra or not?
Well, I'm kind of in between, because right now I'm really excited. So I'm going to say positive things. I'm going to say yes, you can expect more. So it's just like a lot of admin, but well, I'm really excited to just pull such a show, really. And we don't know. Yeah.
I am so satisfied with the performance, to the degree which I think the vision that Usanele had, along with like the whole production, was carried through. I think the staging was amazing, with the whole like galaxy, I don't know, behind him or in front of him, wherever it was. But there was a galaxy somewhere.
It was amazing. I really had fun. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. Yeah.
The show was fun. I have been expecting this for a month. I bought the ticket actually on the 7th of August. So I'm just glad that it happened today. So I'm so happy to have been here. I saw all of my favorite artists, Msaki, See-Me, and of course himself, Sun L Musician.
Yo, what's up, good people? This is Sun L Musician, and you're watching Trendz live on channel 404. Peace.
Always so inspiring to see the arts and entertainment sector slowly forging ahead following those major lockdowns indeed. This is where we leave it for tonight's installment of Trendz Live. From me, Nkolisi Masango, and the rest of the team. Have a spectacular evening going forward. Take care.